Something I don't see too often is retail enthusiasts discussing things where they didn't quite get the chance to film something, or whatever the case might be. It doesn't happen too often, and in this case I'm somewhat too late, I think, on this one. Or well, maybe not. Maybe not quite too late. Maybe I'm on the verge of too late though. And I'll explain why here in a minute. So this here is the former Wonder Bread Hostess Cakes outlet store. It's a bakery outlet store. And it had been here forever. Most recently it was occupied by this place called Wyoming All-Service, which relocated. And a number of other occupants have been in here as well. But I think we might be definitely on the verge of too late, because it's not going to be the same as if I had captured this video a month ago. As you'll soon see, they do have the sign here. I remember when this whole sign and the pole were yellow. In fact, you can actually still see a little bit of the yellow down here at the base. That yellow coloring of the Wonder Bread outlet sign. One thing I will say, I'm going to come over here real quick. It drives me crazy how they did this. They put in this dip and put in drainage, which, you know what, that's fine. But they did not account for pedestrians very well on this roadway. On either side of the block, by the way. This is on a corner. I hope that whatever takes over, which I'm pretty sure I do know what's taken over, I hope they do a little bit better job. But I digress. When I came by here about a week ago, maybe, something like that. At least when I actively noticed it. The windows had been covered up again, and there were these signs saying about asbestos removal on this door, as well as one on the side door. Now, I didn't think they were going to take the coverings down off the windows, but they did. So we're going to be able to see in, even though it's not the same. So you can see that there is a lot of demolition they've done in there. And it, you know, I guess the laminate is still here, but yeah, it's not in the same context that I would have liked to have filmed this place. So there is that. When it was a Hostess Bread outlet store, I seem to remember the floors being tile, and they obviously put laminate in there. So I don't know if the tiles are still there, but yeah, there's one more look from this side. Not too much to see from this side. It's very empty in there. And right here, I actually want to point this out. So this spot, I don't know why they put this hump here. But I remember when as a kid, we'd come here, I would hop over it just like that all the time. It was a standard. This is slated to become a bank. Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union. I don't think we're going to be able to see in these windows. They're so bad. I don't think we'll be able to see in at all, so I'm not even going to waste the time. You do have the loading bay right here, which is not anything too crazy. Water always puddles out here in the lot, and the lot is definitely not in the best of shape. We actually held a little car show here before they started demolishing the inside. But over here, when I was a kid, there were all the trailers that were part of the supply sergeant. They parked them all over here, but nowadays it's just a big empty field, and it is part of the land, I do believe. Have another doorway here, along with more, I guess you could say, loading bays. The store itself was pretty small. It occupied, I don't know, maybe a third of the space. The rest of it was obviously used for storage and things like that, but the building outside, it still looks a lot the same, but it's definitely not in the context I would have preferred to capture it in before they did the asbestos abatement and tore down those walls inside. When I originally was wanting to do this video a few weeks ago, before they did the removal of the walls inside, that was the context I wanted to capture it in, but it didn't work out that way. In some ways it worked out a little bit, I guess, because you kind of could see a teeny bit of the rest of the space, but I don't know. It's just not the same context that I wanted back then, and it was hard for me to come at this video the same way as I was thinking of it back at that time a few weeks ago, but I don't know. I'm not exactly sure where I'm trying to go with this video. It's definitely very off the cuff. But as soon as I saw the windows were open, I was like, well, I'm gonna go get my device so I can give you guys a good look inside, so at least it's a little bit better documented. I remember that when the Hostess store, though, the sign would have lined this whole upper part. I'm not sure if there might still be remnants of the sign up there, but if there is, I have no idea how good a shape it is in. I'm not sure if they fully removed it or what they did when they put this wooden style coverage on it. Definitely not the same as it was when I was a kid. There is actually a photo of this place on the internet from way back when in 1975. It's not specifically of this place, but it shows this place as well as the A&W drive-in that would have been across the street. Very different context compared to today when you have a gaming facility in this building instead of the liquor store. Across the street, there used to be that old USA Gasoline. It's now slated to be a Dunkin'. I did do a video of it. It's abandoned. It used to be an Albertsons Express in the day. And of course, that was not here way back when. That was like built around the turn of the 2000s or something like that. It's built about the same time as the one in Laramie, in fact. So there is that. I guess what I'm trying to get to is that it happens a lot where there's things that we want to capture and it just, for one reason or another, we aren't able to. Me and others in the community. I can't necessarily speak for everyone in the community, by the way, but at least for me, I definitely can say there are things that I do wish I had filmed in hindsight, but you know, whatever ended up happening happened, and now I can't go film those places. There's a lot of places that I have filmed that I'm very thankful I did, but there's a lot that I definitely wish could have been better documented. And that's certainly my local Kmart here in Cheyenne that I grew up with. That is definitely no exception either to that rule. I would like to give a shout out to my channel members. It should be listed somewhere in here. The support journey, make videos like this easier. And until next time, peace out. One thing I will say before I head off is that you can still see the Quality Electric sign there. It says Quality Electric, Commercial, Residential, and Industrial. I do miss having Wonder Bread here. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool to be able to just come over here, grab some bread and snacks and junk. That was a fun time.